Describe it.
I don't ever just record stuff.
Just record it.
Yeah, then edit it. You guys do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, I can curse.
There's a lot of freedom here.
You can swear as much as you want.
This is the internet.
I don't know.
But
the internet's like your whorish friend. You're kind of shy around.
Oh. So the fact that you wrote this massive book, I was told there'd be cake, which was on the year's best list for so many reviewers, and HBO got the options to it, so they might make a series or who knows what out of it.
Oh, I'm working on that pilot now, actually.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay, yeah, it could be the next Sex and the City. Seriously, it could. So you've got that, which is huge. And then at the same time, you're considered New York's favorite publicist by the New York Observer, at least you were in 2007.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, so you're a publicist and you're an author. How do you follow up Cake? Because it was such a runaway success. I mean, do you feel all this pressure, like, oh my god, how am I gonna do that again?
I don't feel pressure when I'm writing it. I don't think you can feel pressure when you're actually writing it. I think, you know, it's hard to say. I think the pressure comes afterwards, and when people start comparing it to Cake. I mean, I am actually, you know, you're not supposed to be disparaging of your first child, but I actually I'm proud of these essays. I feel like a lot of them are better in a lot of ways, and it's just a different, you know, it's funny. It's not that my perspective on life has changed so dramatically. I think I'm the same person I always was, but I think it's more like a closer to the whole game. You know, when you're writing narrative nonfiction, how can you express yourself best? And I think I've gotten better at expressing what's really going on and what I'm really thinking, and I feel a little bit less pressure, actually, in a way.
Someone with the razor sharp wit that you've got, is it hard to date?
And then I chase her with the camera. See how that works?
Is it hard to date?
Yeah.
Well, why do you assume that? Are you sort of a traitor to your own gender? You assume that men are not funny and stupid? You're like the anti-Hitchens. No, I don't think it's hard to date.
Okay. I would think it would be sort of intimidating for anybody.
For me?
Well,
I mean, that's such a nice that is such a nice compliment embedded in it, because it implies that I'm actually, you know, funny.
Can I toss in a question here?
yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
When
Why not? I mean, if you guys have a giant like ball of fire, you like you do all the answers.
So, have you ever written about anyone you know and have them read their impression of you?
And not be happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I've had both, I guess, collateral damage, where I just didn't see it coming. And then I've had people who I knew, I mean, I was writing about them for a reason and in a manner in which I knew, you know, I don't really talk to them anymore and haven't spoken to them for years. Oops, sorry. And, I mean, it's funny, I think Dorothy Parker is the one who said that ridicule is always to be used as a shield and never as a sword. And it's very hard to keep that up when you're writing comic essays, because all nice essays might get you a lot of friends, but they're not really gonna, you know, look at that. There's a metaphor. They go straight into the net, really. That was for you.
So would you say you're more or less careful when you write about these people?
Same careful. I don't regret anything I wrote. If I regret something, it's because I think it wasn't well written enough, not because it was too caustic or too mean.
That was awesome.
Oh, look at you. So if you could design your perfect life, what would that look like?
Oh gosh, my perfect life?
Yes.
I think I would probably divide my time. You know, it's funny, my friend Kyle had a book ages ago, and his bio was hilarious. He said Kyle Smith divides his time between the front of his apartment and the back of his apartment, which is pretty much where I'm at. I don't know. Living with someone impossibly fabulous and having cereal eating contests. I don't know. I'll find out when I get there. It's like wanting a tattoo.
Sloane Crosley's latest book is How Did You Get This Number?, which is now available through Penguin Books. It's something that'll expand your mind. I highly recommend it, especially if you are one who likes looking into your soul to find out what motivates you to do the things you do.
Self-help book.
Yes, in a sense. Sloane, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me and for letting me win.
Anytime.